Question for you. Do you think it's appropriate to think of Alligator Alcatraz as a concentration camp? Gonna get personal for a minute. I do think people can reasonably disagree on who should be deported from this country. If it should be everybody who entered illegally or overstayed a visa or for whatever reason they're undocumented here, or whether it should only be criminals. I also think people can reasonably disagree on what immigration policy should be, who should be let in and in what numbers. What's alarming to me about Alligator Alcatraz is the language and the setting and the lack of humanity that I see in it. There are tent facilities in the Everglades in the summer, and if you've ever been to Florida in the summer, you know how hot that will be. They've already said it's mosquito infested. It's surrounded by wildlife in the Everglades, including a lot of alligators and snakes and things. So I question whether it's really right to put human beings in a facility like that. I think if you want to arrest people and deport them, you can do that, but there's still a certain regard for human life, which I think has to be respected. And I think perhaps the most disturbing thing to me personally is the way people are gleefully talking about alligators potentially eating these people, and the way they're selling merchandise, fundraising off of Alligator Alcatraz and selling merchandise of alligators with hats on. You know, that it feels to me like selling merchandise for Auschwitz. And you might be thinking, you know, everybody who's there is a rapist or a murderer, but we already know that's not true. People who have had traffic violations, people who overstayed a visa, or people who protested against Trump policies are getting swept up in the immigration raids. Is that really how we want those people to be treated? Especially when you consider the fact that many red states are trying to think of their own way to come up with similar types of prisons with very few facilities, and where, you know, there's some sort of inherent danger. I saw in Alaska they were talking about, you know, we don't have alligators, but we have a lot of bears. I mean, really, is that where we are as a nation? We want prisoners to get eaten by wildlife, and we think that's funny and something to joke about and something to sell t-shirts about. Maybe it's me, maybe I'm taking it too seriously, but I find this to be an extremely disturbing, you know, line of discussion, and an extremely disturbing celebration of mistreatment of fellow human beings. But let me know what you think.